Welcome, welcome, my alligators. I am back here to give you another, well, I can't say another perfect conversation topic because I don't even know if it's a perfect conversation topic. But anyway, before we get right into it, I would kindly like to request that everyone likes, comments, and subscribe on this video and many of the other videos that I've done. Well, the past 11 videos I've done. So this is gonna make it my 12th video. And without further ado, let's prepare for the jump off. So, how can I say this? Well, you're all wondering, who are you? Who is this guy? I'm like, I'm just a guy. I'm just another human being, like everyone else on the planet. Only thing is, I am filled with extraordinary gifts, as you can see in front of you. So, the topic is, why did I start the expedition in the first place? Now, well, let's see. You know how we all go through phases in life, First, we become infants or babies, and then we become children, and then we become teenagers, and then we become adults, and then we drift off into the realm of infinite nothingness, meaning we pass away. But I'm not talking about those phases. The phases that I'm talking about? Well, see, the phases that were a part of making me who I am. And anyway, I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but I will tell you this. So, starting from the beginning. So, year after high school, right? The year after high school, I had thought, just like my parents did, that I was going to college. Well, unfortunately for me, that was what I like to call the unexpected and unplanned gap year. So, you know, I was looking for jobs, applying to universities again, because the previous year I had applied to universities with assistance from the parents, and that wasn't going so well. So, it was just a year where I was just, applying for jobs, sitting at home, applying for more jobs online, sitting at home, and yeah, that was just basically it. And then the following year, uh, we continued doing that. I was applying online a lot more because I figured, hey, maybe there's some things out there that are for me. Maybe there might be other interests I have besides, being a fine arts illustrator, like working for a comic book publishing company, maybe even working as I don't know, as a character designer for an animated show or even an anime series. So then I applied online. I even applied for jobs at the mall. That was an epic fail. Yeah, I did that for about how many years? Like for two years, 3 years. I don't remember the number, but I will get back to you on that in another video. Yes. And then, you know, in that same year, the year after the unplanned and unexpected gap year, I was a part of an internship of sorts. We were supposed to get a stipend, but I'm gonna leave it at that because you know how they say, um not everything goes according to plan. Yeah. Well, let me just say, not everything went according to that particular plan. Let me just leave it at that. And in the same year, I was posting art on social media platforms. First, I started on Facebook, and then in that same year, I met a friend of mine, and we became the best of friends. I just said hi to him. He said hi back. We started talking. Next thing you know, we're like, hey, yo, we actually get along. We actually, have the same interests. We like the same things. And it's always better to be friends with like-minded people than people who are your opposites because at least when you're friends with like-minded people, you never get tired of talking about the same old things. But also you like to do also you have to throw in new topics so that you guys don't get too bored. But either way, that worked out for me. And in the same year, I was creating beats. I started creating beats for the first time. And it turns out I was really good at it, actually on my mom's MacBook Air on the GarageBand application. Yeah. For those of you who know, yeah, you know. So I was using the application to make beats. I was really good at it. I have 4 beats that I made. Yeah. And there's one beat that I need to finish. The fourth beat, that is. And then in that same year as well, Comic Con Africa happened. All of you geeks and nerds who love going to these comic book and manga and costume play and science fiction conventions, well, that was happening here, um, in the southern hemisphere, in what do you guys call it, sub-Saharan, South Africa. Let me just like stop with the terms, all right? South Africa. And I was gonna enter, but then my phone kind of, slept on me. So I had technological difficulties, if you could say that. Yeah. So all I had to do was use my WhatsApp application, but that didn't go according to plan. Once again, yeah, I really wanted to go because that was the only comic book convention that was happening here that I was sure of that I could have gone to, that I knew that international actors Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan were going to be at, and I missed it. And it still hurts to this day. And I was also part of a competition the year before called Interpret Durban, and I did my artworks. I just need to enter those artworks into the competition, and that didn't happen because I was how can you say, I was interrupted. I was distracted by family members, and it was really important that I apply, and I didn't apply. So I hadn't drawn for approximately for almost a year. Yeah, for almost half a year. Yeah, actually. Yeah. It felt like I hadn't drawn in years after that. Yeah. So I decided, to get back on the wagon as soon as I was able to, and as soon as I was comfortable with doing that again. Now going back to the year after 2019, by the way. So after all that, 2020 happened. 2020 vision, right? Corona happened. That was not a good time. So, I was just sitting at home, bored as hell, trying to devise plans of how I'm going to get back on this bandwagon while also still posting my art on social media platforms and still making beats and perfecting the ones I had already created. And then, well, I kind of, how could you say, I fell off the wagon a little bit, just a little bit, you know. But anyway, you know what? We you know what, good things take time. You can't just rush the evolution process. You have to evolve at a steady pace. If you do not evolve at a steady and a gradual pace, somewhere along the lines you will fall off. And you might fall off for good, or you might fall off for a short time, but it will affect you nonetheless. Anyway, now going to the present day, I decided, what the hell? A lot of things not working out for me, so I figured, I might as well just try this out. See where it takes me. See what happens. Hey, maybe I'll get more followers. Maybe it might help me fulfill my dream. And not to say this out loud, but I don't know if I can share this dream. I don't want to offend anyone or anything, but I'm just gonna say my dream is to become the greatest artist and influential, motivational, and inspirational icon in the world. That is my dream. Now, see, I know a lot of people. While I know a lot of reasons why people don't share their dreams, but hey, they have their reasons. I have mine. Maybe I might regret that later on in the long run. But anyway. So here we are. Start the expedition. Here we are. And now I'm kind of glad to say that I'm glad I'm doing this with you guys. And you know what? For those of you who are following me, I appreciate you guys. For those who watch the videos, I really do appreciate you guys. Make sure you also check out my Instagram page because I also have a lot of art over there. And I really do need to get the ball rolling in terms of, making those dreams come true. We all have dreams and they should be fulfilled. No one should be stuck doing something that they don't want to do because at the end of the day, you will also regret that too. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Maybe I'll give you guys a part 2 video and explain this further on in detail later on. I'm talking about later on. Later. Alright. Anyway, see you later, alligators. This is Mr. Minister signing out. Peace. Oh, and before I leave, did you know that Deadpool's nicknames, besides the milk with a mouth, are the Crimson Comedian and the Regenerating Degenerate? Yeah, I've known this for about 4 years now. Yeah, no, actually 5. Yeah. Anyway, guys, laters. My alligators.